Hello and welcome to the 2024 Southland Softball Season Previews. And I'm joined right now by Head Coach Kimberly Dean and Ryleigh Mata from UIW. Coach Ryleigh, thank you so much for chatting with us today. How are you guys doing?
Good, thank you.
We're doing great. Thanks for having us.
It's our pleasure as we look forward to the 2024 season. I'm sure you're just as excited as we are. So, Coach, I'll start with you. How do you go about building on 2023, and what are your goals and aspirations for 2024?
Yeah, last year we didn't really perform the way we wanted to, just to be brutally honest. We had bigger aspirations. We definitely had bigger expectations. So this year it was just sort of allowing last year to fuel us, allowing last year to really kind of have us understand as a unit and as a group moving forward what is needed to continue to be great. We've got some goals this year that we're really excited about. We have a good mix of some new kids, whether it was through the traditional way of 4-year. We have a couple of JUCOs. We have a few transfers. And then we have some really good experience coming back. So we're really excited about kind of the group we have. And we're really expecting to be building a much better future moving forward with this group.
And Ryleigh, for you, how's off season been? How's preseason been? Where's your excitement level like right now?
Yes, it's been awesome. I think every day we come in and it's a challenge. We have to make practices as game-like as possible because you only get so many games to play before season. So just coming in every day, being ready to compete. And I feel like so far this preseason, I've been seeing like so much more competitiveness within the girls that we brought in and just the girls that came back. So I'm really excited to just see how we compete this year. And I really, really think that this team has a lot coming for Southland. I really do.
Ryleigh, this was actually going to be a question I asked Coach, but I think it's interesting to get your take on it. So usually we talk to coaches about what is their message to the team through a preseason, through an off-season. So I want to hear from you. What do you think Coach's message has been to you guys through this preseason so far?
We've came in, and I think I came in my freshman year, and since my freshman year, we've only grown, and I feel like this program's only gotten better. And I think it really is to just kind of shock the Southland this year. We really had gotten a bunch of girls that came in and really fit the pieces to our puzzle that we needed. We've gotten more depth in each area that we need, and I feel like it really is to go out and just shock the Southland this year and just show them that we can compete with the best because we are one of the best.
And Coach, you're opening up next weekend at home with Lindenwood, Buffalo, and Prairie View A&M. When you've been building this schedule this year, kind of what's been your goals in terms of the names and the teams that you've put on the schedule for your Cardinals?
We really just wanted a preseason to be able to kind of allow our girls to settle in. We think we have a really good mix of competition of teams that will look very relevant when we move into conference, teams that allow us to get some experience under our belt. Opening up at home is always incredible. There's only so many teams in the nation that get to do it. So kind of getting to show off our brand new stands and some of the things we've done to our field, we're really excited about. But we have an unbelievable mix of preseason with the competition. We kind of went into building it. We're excited to get out into North Carolina, really get our brand and our conference out to the East Coast. Campbell is an incredible school. They brought in some really good competition. We're going to go into Louisiana to get used to some of the weather there, get used to that travel, because we're expecting to go to postseason. So traveling to Louisiana, having our girls be comfortable with that, but just a really good mix too of teams that we're going to play that I believe really mirror what the conference looks like. So we're getting our girls some live reps against what we have to be able to excel at.
Ryleigh, Coach mentioned it, upgrades to the field, expansion, new things at the field itself. How does that make you as a student athlete feel knowing that you have this investment in your program from the university?
Yes, obviously really exciting. We've been looking forward to these stands and the new stadium seating, and every day we get to go out there right now and practice, and it's like you're in awe of the new stadium. And I feel like we've only made progress since I've been here, and I love to see that. And I think that's awesome for our student athletes in general.
Coach, you alluded to it a little bit, kind of the mix of youth and experience on the roster, right? With some new incomers, with some JUCO transfers. Is that something that you think is valuable for this team? You really want that mixture of different age groups within the squad?
Absolutely. I think experience can be valuable at any venture you go in. And so bringing in some some transfer portal kids that have experienced different levels of softball, that have experienced different types of softball, that can really bring it back into our locker room. Our culture is huge. And so bringing in pieces that continue to advance us just as better people and women, I think is so crucial. We say all the time, who we are off the field is who we are on it, and the game is just that. It's just a game. So we're really excited about some of the leadership we've brought in. We're really excited about some of the pieces we brought in, as Ryleigh kind of alluded to. There's just a lot to be excited about, and we're so fortunate to have the young women we do to get to go compete with moving forward.
Ryleigh, it's great to hear Coach talk about that culture within the locker room, right? And, coaches play a role in that, but so much of that comes down to the players themselves, right? And building that amongst you and your teammates. So how do you go about that? When you welcome these newcomers in, what's your process like in terms of teaching them what it means to be a UIW Cardinal and play softball?
Yes, like she said, we care more about like who you are off the field than you are on the field, because who you are off the field, you're going to bring onto our field, into our program. And so it really is just about taking those that are younger or don't have as much experience under your wing, and like really showing them the grips of like college, the experience, like softball, all of it, and trying to show them like to the best of your ability, like the do's, the don'ts, like how we do it around here, and really just try and like guide them into the right direction. And I think that we have a lot of people that came back this year that really have helped our freshmen, especially because, we have 12 that came in. And so I think it really is just more about like who you are as a person. And I think we care about that so deeply that it shows on the field. And I think that's really important. It's something our coaches really highlight a lot.
Coach, when you're trying to build that roster and build that culture, what are some of the characteristics that you look for in the young women that you bring in, be that freshmen or JUCO transfers?
I just think when they're intrinsically motivated, they have a little bit of grit to them. I love a young lady with a chip on her shoulder that has something to prove, that understands that buying into yourself and handling your business makes you the best teammate you can be. But we also are trying to bring in young women that are like the Ryleigh Matas and the Aaliyah Garcias and Avalon Sanchez's. It really is just about continuing to build on the characters that we already have, the characteristics that we already appreciate, and bringing in young women that we think are in their own right able to lead themselves correctly, but also want to follow in the footsteps of those that we think are great examples.
Awesome. And Ryleigh, for you, as you head into this year, obviously everyone wants to try and win the conference and head to postseason. But how are you going to go about achieving that? What's it going to take from your team to match those goals and aspirations?
I think it really is going to take everyone. You have to buy into your role and like what's needed from you in every moment. I think that just taking it each game at a time, we can't go too far ahead. We have to just take it day by day. And I think going in every day, competing, accepting the challenge that's at hand, and just really doing what you can with it, like to the best of your ability. I really, really think, I've seen this preseason. I think this is the most competitive preseason that I've seen here. We come in and we scrimmage and stuff. And I mean, it's a competition every day. And I really enjoy that. I really enjoy the depth and like just having someone to push you next to you. And I think that it really, really is exciting to see, especially this coming up weekend, how well we're going to compete against other teams.
And Coach, just lastly for you, obviously you're heading into your third season with the Cardinals now, and you've obviously seen some changes within the Southland even in that short space of time. But what have you learned about the Southland Conference and about what it's going to take for you guys to be successful in your first couple of years?
You got to take every win you can. Everyone is very equal. From the top to the bottom, our league comes down to 3 to 4 games. And so we're just really big on making sure we handle our business as often as we possibly can. Every day is an 0-0 record, regardless of what yesterday provided us. We got to take every win we can. Our big motto this year is when it happens, are we ready? And that's really how we've been pushing them. And then we also have a new motto about when, and it's what is needed. Whatever it takes, whatever we got to do, go win. And really buy into that, because at the end of the day, it's all those collective wins that just keep moving you up there, and top 7 get to go. So, obviously it's a really competitive league, and we just got to take it one game at a time and be very confident in all the wins that we rack up.
Ryleigh, just lastly, I want to get to know a couple of your teammates a little bit better, perhaps. So just a little fun question. And Coach, maybe you can give your opinion on this as well. Ryleigh, which of your teammates do you think would make the best future head softball coach?
Oh, ooh. I feel like, honestly, I feel like AG. She has like the kind of like the straight head, like she's really straightforward. She's going to lead you in the right direction, everything. She can be as serious as she can be, but she has to be really personable and fun. I feel like AG would be a great head coach.
So that's Aaliyah Garcia.
Yeah.
You agree with that, Coach?
I don't think that's a bad choice. I think we have a few captains on our field. I think we have a few young women that really understand the details and get excited about the small things that our game can provide. But I have no one better. I think that's a great answer.
Well, awesome. Thank you so much, Ryleigh. Coach, thank you so much. We really appreciate you guys taking the time as we look forward to the 2024 season. We'll wish you nothing but the best of luck, and we'll see you very soon.
Thank you so much. This is awesome that you all did this.